So, Mr. Geis?
Yep.
Beetlejuice.
Yep. Two more times.
Wait, your name is Beetlejuice.
Yep. One more time.
No, I think I'm good. What makes you think that you're qualified to be on this podcast?
Yeah. Okay. So I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I traveled quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. What do you think? I think I'm qualified.
Let's find out. And theme. Well, this is one that, you might have to carry it some, but this is another movie that I found scary as a kid.
Really?
Yes.
I found it it's just actually very, very funny. I thought everything about this movie was hysterical.
Like, now that I'm an adult, which makes it, the way that I said that makes it sound like I just became an adult.
Calm down, pedo.
All right. I'm a big kid now. As a grown man, I appreciate the humor in this movie that I did not as a child. But, there were a lot of movies that I found scary. I had a problem. Even E.T. I thought was fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't trust that motherfucker.
All right. Well, okay, good. I thought it was a lost cause there for a second. But no, there's the obvious scene that is my favorite. And it's obvious just because, Harry Belafonte. I mean, that song is fantastic.
It is. It is fantastic. And honestly, tell you the truth, you're not alone in that. I mean, that is one of my favorite scenes as well. I mean, you have a dinner party that I love the build up to the dinner party because I love the stepmother played by Catherine O'Hara. And she is so hysterical because she is like, I am planning a dinner party for 7 people tonight. She was like, do you think I have time to worry about ghosts? She's like, because aside from you, everybody has been in like Time magazine or whatever. So it's just funny. I mean, in the way she's chopping everything so frantically, but in her non-belief of ghosts. You want me to believe that there are ghosts in this house? Like, I don't have time for your shenanigans, kid. So, but the dinner scene is funny for a number of points. I mean, you have her agent that's coming out with, I think she said some woman. And I think that's how she introduced her when she's talking about her. She was like, yeah, I got my agent coming out and some woman. It's like, okay.
It's very prestigious.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's funny because you could tell that the one guy who's going to help redecorate everything, she is good friends with.
Yeah, Otho.
But it's not clear what the relationship is with everybody else, and they don't seem as close.
Yeah.
But it's like she's going out of her way to try to impress these people.
Right. And I think it's, I mean, obviously, she wants to show off her house. She wants to show what she's done to it. You have Otho, who left the city for her to come out and help with the interior decorating is, the only thing that you can assume. But his entrance into not even the house, but the movie is just odd all in itself.
Because he comes through the fucking window.
Yeah, and then, but I do like the dad because he's like, Otho! He's like, just coming through the front door. He's like, that's bad luck.
Since when?
I know. I've never heard that superstition.
I've been using front doors my whole life.
Yep. Not once has anything happened. I'm going to stop right there.
Good point. No, but it's weird because it's like Catherine O'Hara's character, she's trying to impress them, but then like Otho, it seems like he's going out of his way to make himself seem as impressive as possible because every time any subject comes up, it's like he's a fucking expert in it somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, but I think what's great about that is we all know somebody like that.
Yeah, right.
Where it's like, oh yeah, I mean, God bless it, growing up, the street that I lived on, it was a cul-de-sac, and all of a sudden you got this person that just pops out of nowhere, and they're like, oh, you lived on a cul-de-sac, huh? Let me tell you about the road I lived on. Like, oh God.
It's going to be another pissing contest.
Yeah, that's when you sit there and you're like, who in the hell invited Talk Too Much Ted? Like, really?
Who ordered the wet work?
Yeah. Tell us about the street that you lived on, sir.
Really, Tom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I remember my 9th birthday party. Yeah, that's when I told my parents, like, I wanted that BB gun, and then all of a sudden he was like, well, let me tell you about my 9th birthday party. As he slowly lights a cigarette, you're like, oh, for the love of fuck.
Here we go. I told you, no smoking in that goddamn house. Ass.
No, so you have Alec Baldwin and
Gina. Gina
Davis, who play Barbara and what's his name?
I'm gonna have to look it up again,
Alec.
like I always do.
Yeah,
his name's got to be Alec in the movie.
It's Alec.
It has to be.
So you have them, and they're a married couple that they're trying to have a child, but they live, from what I can tell, they live in the biggest house in the entire county. And Adam, his name is Adam and Barbara.
Good job.
I knew it would come to me. But they're on vacation, and that's how the movie starts off, is they're on vacation and they're just staying home. They're not going to go anywhere. They're staying home to just enjoy their life and enjoy each other's company, which is what a very loving, marriage and healthy marriage should look like. And, they're like, hey, I'm really glad we're staying at home, but their friend comes over and Jane
Butterfield,
who is an interior decorator and everything, designed everything inside the house. And she's like, hey, I sent pictures to someone in New York and he is really interested in buying your house. And it's like,
well, we're not fucking selling.
Yeah, I'm not selling the house. Like, not
we're
once.
Not selling.
Yeah, we're not selling it. But not once has anybody just sat there and looked at it and said, look, Jane, for the love of God, man, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, I'm not selling my home. We live here. It's not on the market. And then Jane should just be like, okay. But is she like that? No, she's not like that.
No.
She's not like that.
She's persistent.
Yeah, she's like, look, I'm going to sell your home. And it's like, why would you want to sell my home?
We're not selling the home.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know why this is such a problem. So, but Jane sees it as a problem. And you sit there and look at it and you're like, I really honestly don't know why.
Yeah.
But no, so that's perturbing to me a little bit. But they're like, no, let's just try and forget about that. And Adam wants to go into town because, and I don't know if he noticed or not, but he was like, I want to go to the store. He owns that hardware store because they're Barbara and Adam Maitland, and it's Maitland Hardware that they go to. So
I did not notice that.
Yeah, so it's his store, so he just gets to go in and get whatever he wants out of there. But I do love that he pays. So, he's already paid for all the inventory out of his pocket and everything, but he does actually put money into the register for everything that he buys.
That's weird.
It is. It's funny though.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then
but I like the fact that you pointed out the old guy at the barbershop that just starts talking to him.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you want a new haircut for your vacation?" He's like, "Nah, I'm okay, Ted." He's like, just runs in. He's like, "Oh, I remember it was 1933, 1934, somewhere in there." It's like, "Yeah," and it shows Adam inside the store, and you hear the guy still talking outside, and he was like, "Hey, this guy just comes in with hair to his goddamn shoulders," and he's just like, just trim it a little. Just trim it a little. As he comes back and he's like, all right, Ted, see you later.
And the old guy looks over at him like, you mean you haven't been there this whole time?
It's such a great scene.
It is funny, but where did they go that they ended up driving together?
They were going to the hardware store. They left the house to run to the hardware store.
She just stayed in the car?
Yeah, but he told her, he's like, Barbara, why don't you come to the store with me? And she was like, for what? And she gave him new tungsten oil for paint for his scale model of the town. And she was like, for what? And he goes, I need new brushes for the tungsten oil and to get something else. And she was like, all right, well, just run in for a minute and I'll wait in the car. So that's what she does. And then she drives back and almost hits the dog, but drives off the bridge. And that's how they succumb to death.
At least someone's coming.
Yeah.
And then that damn dog.
Yeah. That's that dog of theirs.
He would have just stayed on that plank.
Yeah. Probably would have been okay.
Yeah. No, he didn't stay.
No,
he didn't stay.
That's why you never trust a dog.
But it's like it was a short fall from the top of the bridge down into the river.
And they did look like they were buckled up. So you wouldn't have to worry about like a head injury, like hitting the dashboard or steering wheel and getting knocked out or.
But they got up again.
Yeah.
Dead. But no, apparently they drowned.
Yes.
So maybe they couldn't unfasten their seatbelts and get out of the car, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, it never goes into it. That's really like
just
the only
like
thing
the car never really got into the river because it was still sticking up over the top.
So
poking holes once again.
Yep.
That's what we do.
So, they find out that they're dead. And Adam even says, like, they're back in the house, and Adam's like, he's like, let's just slow down, okay? Like, we're going to take this down a notch.
Mm.
So he's saying, he was like, do you even remember getting back up to the house? Because all of a sudden, it's just them walking into the house.
And then the fire just starts on its own out of nowhere. And like, that wasn't burning when we left.
Yeah, so he's like, let's just retrace our steps slowly. He's like, I'm going to go back down to the bridge and walk back and see if, just see if like something jogs.
Yeah, and he doesn't get very far.
No. Apparently, as soon as he walks off the porch, he ends up on Saturn, which I didn't know was possible in the ghost world, but
no.
Hell, shit.
Shit, man. Interdimensional travel.
Yeah, but that's when you find, the reason you find out it's Saturn is just because of the fact that when they meet Beetlejuice in the graveyard, he sees the sand on their clothing, and he was like, hey, look, they've been to Saturn. Hey, I've been to Saturn. He's like, oh, whoa, sandworms. You hate them, right? He's
right.
Like, I hate them myself. So, but I love how persistent Beetlejuice is, because it's very like, all right, come on, like, look, come on, you got someone in your house, and I want to get someone out of your house.
Right. So the whole premise of the movie is, you got Adam and Barbara.
Yeah, that pass away, unfortunately.
And then they have people moving into their house.
The Deetzs.
Well, they are still at the house.
Right.
And they don't want other people living there, so they want to get rid of them.
Well, they want someone, and they even tell Juno, their caseworker, they're like, if someone lived here that's a little bit more
like you?
More like us, then we could probably share the house. But these people, with the sculptures and just the Art Deco and everything. And then, when they actually walk back into their house, they're like, oh my God, like what the hell happened to our house?
Yeah. Like, was it Mariel, I think? Dahlia? Shit.
Delia.
Yes.
Delia Deetzs. Yeah. And you got Charles Deetzs. And it's funny because they're like, oh, well, maybe you could tell your parents that, we're horrible, vicious ghosts that will do anything to get our house back. And she was like, huh, you don't know the Deetzs very well. It's like, my father bought this property. He never walks away from equity.
But it's funny because it's like they've got different reasons for being there. Like,
right.
The dad, like, he just wants to relax.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the intention of changing anything in the house.
No, he wants to keep the house exactly how it is.
He wants to just move in and just be there.
Yeah. And he makes that very clear because he sits down and he looks at his watch. He's like, 10 minutes. 10 minutes and I feel like I'm perfectly at home.
Right.
But almost immediately you see him like looking out the window with his binoculars and he's looking at buildings in the town. And he's like, ooh, it's like, nice building.
Bad
roof. Good parking. But his wife, who is the stepmother of...
That wife of his.
Yeah. The stepmother, she's very... Like, she walks through and she's just like... She's, oh, look, an indoor outhouse. Talking about the bathroom, and then like the closet she sees, she's like, ugh. And that's where Gina Davis is hanging, like rips her face off. And they're like, oh, let's just pray that the other closets are bigger than this one.
Yes. Like all the effort that they're going through to get these people to
means absolutely nothing
because they can't see him.
Right.
I didn't realize that she was the stepmom.
Yes.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah, because there's one part where they're talking to Lydia, and it was actually when Lydia is taking pictures of them with the sheets on, and she notices that they're ghosts because she's like, looks down, she's like, no feet. And then she was like, are you the guys hanging out in the attic? And they're like, we're ghosts. And she's like, oh, what do you look like under there?
Are you like gross or something?
Are you like Night of the Living Dead? He's like, Night of the what? She's like, hey, you're not gross. And he was like, yeah. He's like, what? You're not scared of us? And he's like, yeah, no, we were just trying to scare your mother. And she's like, stepmother.
All right. Yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what?
But then I do like her line right after. She's like, oh, yeah, good luck with that. She's sleeping with Prince Valium tonight.
That's good. That's a good line.
It is a good line.
But it is funny when she perks up when Adam and Barbara are trying to scare them with the sheets on.
Right. Yeah.
And she gets up thinking it's a fucking TV. So she grabs the remote. Well, she does pop up at one point with her eyes still closed.
Yeah.
And she's got her makeup smeared all over her fucking face. Totally comatose.
Yeah.
If you could see me now, I'm just acting out this whole movie.
But it's funny because she just like holds up her hand. She has the remote and clicks the TV off. It's like professional wrestling's on or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what I do remember seeing wrestling at one point.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think wrestling was on, and she just sat up real quick and just like hit the power off. But nah, it's just funny because then they start talking. They're like, wait, they're talking to Lydia, and they're like, wait, you can see us without the sheets. She's like, of course I can see you. He's like, well, how is it you can see us and nobody else can? She's like, oh, yeah, no, I read that book of yours. That book of yours.
That book for the recently deceased or whatever.
Diseased.
Yes.
It's like, no, it says deceased. And he's like, I've always hated that part in the movie. When he sees the handbook and he picks it up and he's like, handbook for the recently diseased, and sets it down and she's like, deceased. And he's like, handbook for the recently deceased. It's like, why read the entire title over again?
Barbara corrected him.
Yeah.
I don't think I noticed that. That's good though. I like it. But they didn't thoroughly read the book because it explained everything that they need to do, or everything that they would need to at least be content with their condition, I guess.
Well, what's funny is like he's reading and she was like, any luck with the book? And he was like, oh, this thing reads like stereo instructions.
It's in Korean, for Christ's sake. It's a casserole, Sheila. It'll say.
But some of the funny things, like when they're talking about at the dinner party, actually, your favorite part, and Lydia's like, I saw some ghosts, and then, you know, Delia's she's trying to just like laugh
dismiss
it off.
it, yeah,
like, oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's a joke that we have going.
Yeah, and she was like, no, really, I saw them, and she was like, oh yes, in designer sheets, no less.
Yeah, yes, Lydia insists that the house is haunted. I don't know.
Why are you insisting? You're always insisting.
Just go.
But no, and then like after the dinner party and everything happens, like they think everybody's just gonna come running out of the house screaming. But no, I mean, it's funny because he keeps looking down. He's like, any minute now. Any minute. And then there's they're
just looking out the window down at the cars.
It's like, it's me, Lydia. They want you to come downstairs.
They want to see you.
Yeah, Delia said you can wear any sheets that you want. It's like, what an asshole thing to say.
Not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
We just want our house back.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't seen this, they are perusing or toying with the notion of hiring Beetlejuice to assist with getting them out of their house.
Right.
But after speaking with their caseworker, she's trying to talk them out of it.
Yeah, she does try to talk them out. Yep.
He's not a people person.
He doesn't work well with others.
Yes. But then one of the second most memorable scene is when they go to the office. Like, it looks like a doctor's office with a waiting room, and got all the dead people in there, and the shrunken head guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be my favorite out of all of them. And it's just because his facial expression is frozen.
Yeah.
But he just, like, slowly twists his head over just to look over at Barbara.
I like that he's always shaking.
Yes.
And I like the guy that's obviously died in a fire. But he's got the cigarette, and he's like, cigarette? And he's like, oh, no, thanks, I don't smoke. And he's like, oh, yeah, trying to cut back myself.
Too. Yeah. Then you got the guy that got attacked by a shark or something.
Yeah. And then you got a girl that was, I guess, the only thing that I can assume is that she was the assistant to a magician, and he cut her in half.
It went horribly wrong.
Oops.
Or maybe this was his plan all along.
You never know. Now that is a definite episode for Forensic Files.
Right? Here's what I think happened.
Well, sir.
Well, you got me. She was his wife and assistant.
I could see it.
And he caught her cheating on him.
Ooh, man, that's good.
Right?
Damn, that's really good.
Pretty fucking meditated.
Yeah. God dang darn. I was sitting here just thinking to myself, he was like, now I'm going to saw this beautiful young woman in half, and just be like, she's just like, He's like, thank you for coming, everybody.
No. They came again.
We have a serious situation here.
But then you got the receptionist. It's like irritated at the fact that they're already there only 2 months after their
It's like, oh, we need some help. And she's like, oh, really now? Only 2 months?
Yeah. Figure it out.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where it's like, she does say that, basically their spirit after being dead will live in that house for 125 years. And they only have 3 times where they can talk to their caseworker, Juno. That's kind of like a shit deal, man.
It really is.
I mean, come on. Like, I'm sure that I'm going to need way more help and to talk to you way more in 125 years than 3 times.
Sounds like you got mental problems, man.
Yeah, it really does. Man.
But, once again, somebody with green makeup. It's like, I don't know what it is. It might be a thing. It might be one of my things.
Probably.
But she's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. You got 2 ladies in the waiting room. Well, the receptionist and then the one that got sawed in half.
Yeah.
Both very attractive.
Yep.
With the green makeup.
I do like at the very end when, because the sawed in half girl still sitting on the couch reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
And the legs are on one side. Beetlejuice is in the middle, and the girl's upper half is on the other side. And he just starts like rubbing the leg.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, ooh, yeah. And then she closes the book and like hits him with it, and he's like, "Oh God, yep, I'm sorry, I didn't see you sitting there." It's like, Jesus.
Oh, but then the guy that comes out of the wall because he's all flat.
Yeah, flat.
And what does he say? He's like, Milton.
Well, Maitland. He's like, Maitland, party of 2. Grab your handbook and move to the 6th door. Like,
he's got a very odd sounding voice, but he sounds very familiar. Like, he must have done cartoons before.
Either that, or it's probably someone that we know, but you just can't place him because he was run over by a bus. So,
big bus.
Yeah, and then as they're but then Gina Davis is like, oh, we forgot our handbook, and he's like, come on, let's move it. And then as they're walking, he was like, so how do I look? No mirrors on this side. And they're like, good, you look fine. He's like, oh yeah, I do. And she's like, yep, fine, we look really fine. He's like, okay, great. And I've been feeling a little flat. And then just takes off through the wall. Flat.
It's a running joke. But
so this one here, I do like when Beetlejuice kind of takes control of the haunting. Like there's right after the dinner party, I like that Delia and everyone, they march up to the attic space, and Charles, who's such an idiot, he's just sitting there and he's like, how did they get in there? It's locked. And then Delia's banging on the door, and she's just like, open up. And she's like, come on, Delia, I don't think they want to open. And she was like, you cannot let people walk all over you in this life or the next. She was like, people do it your entire lives. And she's just, open up. And that's when they end up in the attic.
From experience.
Yeah. But as they leave the attic and they go back downstairs, that's when Beetlejuice like becomes the banister. And he's that big snake. And he's beating everyone up and everything. And then Lydia is like, why are you doing this to us? And they're trying to say, like, look, this isn't us. This is someone entirely different. But that leads up to the possibly my favorite scene, just because it's so funny, is after, Gina Davis, Barbara, she comes down and sees the snake, and she's like, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And he turns back into the banister, goes back right. And as they're back up in the attic, you hear a car swerve and a wreck. But they look at the mini model, and it's Beetlejuice driving a truck. And he had like hit a lamppost, and he was like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? He was like, you're working with a professional here. He's like, come on, I could have had him out just now. And she was like, look, I'm not fond of Charles Deetzs either, but I'm damned if I'm going to have you mess with that little girl. And she's holding him like in between her fingers, and all those spikes come out. So she drops him, and he's just like, go ahead, make my millennium. But then he starts talking about how he's like, oh man, it's been quite a while since I've had a, little pick me up. It's like, yeah, I wonder where an average Joe like me, just an average working guy, can find a little action. And then you just see the red lights, and you hear these girls' voices. He looks over, and there's a whorehouse. So he goes dancing over to it, but then Barbara's like, Adam, when did you build that? And he's like, why, I didn't. But they end up back at Juno's, and Juno's like, the whorehouse was my idea.
That's funny.
Yeah, just the whole thing. It's just,
maybe it was something just to distract him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she needed him distracted because she had to talk to the Maitlands, because it's like, which is funny because she said, the whorehouse is my idea. Then she starts talking about other things. She was like, you let Otho get control of the handbook. She's like, you got Beetlejuice out and you didn't put him back. It's like he's a toy or something.
You guys are failing miserably here. I do like that when they cut between them being shrunken down, to be in part of the scale of the city or whatever.
Right.
When something gets messed up, like the tree when it falls over.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to when they're, back to their normal size, and then he's fixing it. You know, the miniature version of it. I like how they did that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot about this movie was really well done, and I'm actually really excited to see the sequel.
Is there a sequel?
It's in the works right now. The Winona Ryder's coming back, Michael Keaton's coming back. Actually, I think Jenna Ortega is going to be in this one, and I want to say that I saw someone else. I think Catherine O'Hara is going to be back.
Who will Jenny Ortega be playing? Maybe Lydia's daughter?
Lydia's daughter.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, everything about this movie I absolutely love. I mean, it's like nonstop laughs from beginning to end with this movie. And, of course, Michael Keaton, I mean, God, I think anything that he's ever done, he's been great in.
He really committed to this character, and I like that. And I think one of the best parts of his character is the fact that clearly he's a hornball.
Yeah.
And he likes Barbara.
Yeah.
So he does whatever he can to like touch her or flirt with her or mess with her, and then while he's trying to distract Adam at the same time.
Yeah. I do like it when he's like, hey, all right. And then he shows that he's wearing the same clothes, and he was like, hey, look, we even shop at the same store. He's like, hey, hermano. And gives him a kiss on the neck, but he's like tickling her from behind.
And there's the other part where he's got a stick and he's like trying to lift up her dress.
Yeah. ooh, yeah.
And Adam's like,
excuse me. And he's like, what?
Hey.
No, and then I do like when he first grabs her and he like bends her down and he's like, Babs, and kisses her and then drops her, and he was like, hey, all right. He's like, you were with her all the time. He was like, no, be honest, shoot me straight here. He was like, okay. He's like, do I have a shot at all? How serious is you guys' relationship?
He could have very easily said, "Does the carpet match the drapes?" There is no carpet.
Yeah.
We hope.
No, but this is a great movie. Lydia, I do like that the meme has come out with Adam and Barbara at the very end when Otho, like, I guess brings them back to life and they're old and like it looks like they're about to die.
That part was always kind of sad.
Yeah, but I do like the meme that's out now that shows that picture of them like decaying and crusting and looks like they're about to just completely pass away. And you just see I think it reads is like when you spend a night out in your 40s, this is what you look like the next morning. It's like, yep.
That is true.
Yep.
Truer words.
So, and then, but the only way, Beetlejuice, or Lydia needs help. So she goes to get Beetlejuice and she's like, help him. Like, can you help him? And he's like, yeah, sure, I can do it. He's like, but you got to do something for me. He's like, hey, in order for me to get out of here, I got to get married. It's like, sorry, in the bylaws, nothing I can do. My hands, they're tied.
Literally.
Yeah. So she was like, okay, fine. I was like, whatever. So she sets him free to save, in essence, to save the Maitlands and just kind of fix everything. So that's, what he does. But then when it comes time to actually get married, and Lydia's kind of like, yeah, wait, hang on. Kind of made a mistake on this.
Wait a tick.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've seen the ending of the movie. I don't even remember how it ends, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they banish Beetlejuice, like as he's trying to get married to Lydia. Barbara gets sent to Saturn and she rides a sandworm back that ends up eating Beetlejuice. And that's when he ends up back in like I guess the lobby waiting room area. And Lydia and everything seems like everything's fine with the family dynamic, that everyone has enjoyed each other's company. So now they can learn to live with the ghosts can learn to live with them. And
isn't there a scene, well, now, keep me honest,
all right,
where Beetlejuice is shrinking?
His head does.
And he's like,
because,
wow.
Yeah. But because what happens is after he's rubbing the girl's leg and she hits him with the book, he gets up and moves over to another couch.
Oh, the witch doctor?
Yeah, the witch doctor's there and the hunter that has the shrunken head. And Beetlejuice opens up his his ticket and he's like 500 trillion, 300 billion, like, and he's just like, and he looks up and it's like now serving number 3 and he's like, oh. But he looks at the head.
He takes the other.
He looks at the headhunter and he's got ticket number 4, and he was like, "Oh, hey," he's like, "Got a question for you." It's like, "Does your work?" He's like, "I just want to know how do you get them down so small?" And he's like, "Oh, hey, look, there goes Elvis. Yo, King, what's up?" And the guy looks up, so he just steals his ticket. And he's like, "Well, yeah, looks like I'm next." So the guy shrinks his head.
Right. That's one of the scenes that stands out is just because his voice goes from, kind of this register here to like, wow.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, you're messing up my hair." Like, "Whoa, this could be a new look for me."
Was it when Adam and Barbara were trying to figure out his name? Like he was trying to get them to say Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But all the advertisements that they have available, it's spelled different.
Yeah, it looks like Beetlejuice.
Right.
Yeah.
Hence the intro, folks.
Yep.
That's a given. Beetlejuice. But yeah, he's like miming things. He's like turning himself into like...
Oh, no, that's when he's trying to get Lydia to say...
Oh, is that when Lydia was doing? Okay.
Yeah, because he was trying to get Lydia to say it. And she was like, "Why don't you just tell me your name?" And he was like, "I can't." And she's like, "What? Why?" And he goes, look, because if I tell you, you're going to tell all your friends, and then I got to show up for autographs. And I mean, it's just not good for anybody. He's like, but, hey,
semantics.
Yeah. Hey, you play charades?
All right. 2 words. First word sounds like.
She's like, look. She's like, "What?" And he's like, "Look over there." And that like 6-foot beetle's in a chair. He's like, hey, how are you? She's like, oh, yeah, beetle. It's like, yep.
But you know what the thing about that beetle? He gonna cut you so bad.
You're gonna be like, oh man, I wish you not cut me so bad. Some pretty bad beetles.
Right?
I think that, and then what other scene, kind of like right around in that area of the movie is that's when Adam and Barbara are talking to Juno, and she's like, oh, can you like show me how to be scary, like show me how you're gonna be scary, and they do those faces or whatever, but they come back through the wall and Lydia's there about to say Beetlejuice's name again, and they're like, no, you can't do that, and then she gets scared by him, but you just see Beetlejuice on the banister and he's like, come on, and then falls over. But as they're talking about it, she was like, no, he told me he'd take me to the other side so I could find you guys. And then they're like, no, you can't like go to that side, like we're dead. And she was like, yeah, I want to be dead too. And I'm like, yeah, fucking typical teenagers. God bless it.
So dramatic.
I know. God dang darn.
Figure it out.
So no, so there's that, but then Adam is like,
my
trying
whole
to
life
fix.
is dark.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Nah, but then Adam's got like that huge nose still when he's trying to talk to her. He's like, that's right, Lydia. It's like flopping up and down.
Yeah, because he does the nose thing, and then he puts his eyeballs on his fingers or something, right?
Yeah.
I think. And then
she does the jaw thing where it just comes out real far, and then her eyes are just sitting on her tongue.
On her tongue, right. Yeah, I think as a kid, that part scared me.
Yeah.
Even though it's meant to be funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could see how that would be. I just thought it was hysterical because, it's like, what are the odds?
Yeah. And it's weird is like, there are movies that came out around that time of my life, and I remember seeing them at a young age, but I don't remember if it was in the theater or if it was at home. I mean, we used to go to the drive-in a lot when I was a kid, so I have a feeling I may have seen it in the drive-in.
That's a very good possibility. I think the first time I saw it, I was at a friend's house, and he had HBO.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was just like, I snuck that one past my parents. Great. Just told on myself.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be in trouble on that one.
Might be some questions to answer later on, but...
oh, well.
We'll go ahead and cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a Beetlejuice, everyone. It's another fun Halloween-y type episode.
Very Halloween-y.
Yeah, to get us all in the spirit of Christmas. Not Christmas. The spirit of candy.
Pump the brakes. This time of year goes fast enough as it is.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the TV and I was just sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, wow. I'm sure that A Nightmare Before Christmas, also done by Tim Burton, or at least in his mind, it was. I was just like, So I was thinking A Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm still kind of on the fence as to whether or not that's a Christmas or a Halloween movie.
I actually watch it both times of the year.
As you should.
Yeah. I mean, both. It's both.
It's both.
It's both.
Not even a question. It's both.
Look, if you just want to argue over semantics, I can just ensure you. Both titles. Both titles are in the title of the movie.
Right. Nightmare? Nightmare is a holiday.
Yeah.
And Christmas. Oh, my God. You know how you know this episode's about to be done? Because I can't feel my ass.
It's time to get up and move, people.
We really need to get better chairs.
That we do.
All right, well, it's been another good one.
Yep.
Been another fun one. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to our next one. We don't even know what that one's going to be yet.
Nope. We have no idea yet.
We're going to figure that shit out. Because we've only got, I think, 3 weeks to post Halloween-themed episodes. Yep. So we better figure that shit out.
Yep.
Quick. Fast. But yeah, till next time. I don't have anything else to say.
Nope. Quotable podcast. Out. Nice fucking model.